If you were to ask me, hey Mark, is there an easy way to get rid of my locking EPA fuel spout that spills fuel everywhere, takes 3 hands to use, and it's very slow to feel anything? I'd say, yeah, I already made a video about it. I'll link it up there, but yeah, you could put a vent and a normal fuel spout in there. But if you were to ask me, Mark, is there an easier way to do it? I would say maybe, because Magicfour, the creator of this vent cap that's awesome, just redesigned it, and supposedly it's easier. Let's open it up and take a look. I got stuff all over my workbench. Alright, that's better. Sorry about that. I'm currently a finger down, so I need all the help I can get with opening these kind of packages. So let's look at the differences between the old version and the new version. So yellow strap, old version, black strap, new version. That's how we're going to identify these. And there are some big differences when you look. We will install one, and that has a huge difference too. It's even easier than the previous version. Not that the previous version was hard, but this one's even easier. And so if we look at this though, the first one is the strap. The strap is thicker and bigger all the way around. It's a different material too, probably going to last longer. I've personally not had an issue with on any of my cans, but you can just see the difference is just, well, it's quite apparent that they are taking suggestions seriously and trying to make this product very awesome. The other thing is the knurling on the cap. The knurling on the cap is all the way around. The cap itself is larger. This old version, you can see the knurling is only on the top and the cap is actually smaller. Also, this is really big because like if you're using equipment, right, you probably have gloves on. Getting this cap on and off was not difficult, but not the easiest thing with gloves. This cap, I suspect, is going to be a lot easier, mainly because this cap is actually larger than the base nut that tightens this thing to the gas can, whereas the old version, the nut was larger than the cap. And what that means is every time you went to grab this, you had a chance of actually grabbing the nut instead of the cap and loosening this up slightly, which that has happened to me on the previous, well, on a few of my cans like this guy, right? I'd come in here with gloves, with a chainsaw, and I'd grab it like this, and when I twist, inevitably I'd twist this nut loose. Now it's nothing for me to grab the nut and tighten it back up and it stays fine and then reposition and do this, but the fact that they made that base nut that tightens these things down smaller, it makes me think that you're less likely to grab that with gloves. So those are the differences that I see. I mean, obviously, it's a complete redesign all the way around. But the other very interesting thing with this is, this one, you no longer require a wire. Let me show you. So the old version here, you needed this piece of wire. You would take this thing apart like thusly. Take it all apart. Take these top pieces apart and this top gasket off. And then you would basically put this on a piece of wire like this, and you'd feed the wire through the gas can into the hole and then tighten the whole assembly down, which is fine. It worked fine. It wasn't too difficult. I didn't have a problem with anything. I definitely haven't had a problem with any of them coming out or falling into the can. That's not a problem that I specifically had. But, you know, if your cans are really large or maybe they're a very awkward shape, I can see that the wire method would be a bit difficult. Specifically if you have like metal cans that you're trying to put a vent into, or maybe some sort of race can that you're trying to put a vent into, I could see the wire method just being difficult to get in there. Again, I personally don't have any problems, but easier is always better. With the new version, supposedly what we do is we just drill a hole and pluck this thing in there using this cute little coin that they gave us. You stick it in there, you stick the coin on top, and then you stick the wrench here and supposedly tighten it down. So we're going to do this on this can and see what happens. All right, let's get this old one out of here. I'm curious to see actually if they use the same size hole in case you're like me and you're wanting to upgrade. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's how the old version would unscrew when I had gloves. It was that easy. Again, I didn't really have a problem with it. When I noticed it was loose, I just give it a tighten down. But again, when you have gloves and you're out in the field, it's not something you really want to deal with. All right. Oh, spilled a little fuel. Okay, so old version is out. New version. No. So we're going to have to drill that hole bigger. They do give you an included drill bit to do it. We'll see how good I am at centering that up. What are the chances that I actually get this done correctly and don't ruin my can? I'm thinking low. Oof. That was not neat. I guess we're going to test how sloppy someone can be while installing this thing and how well this is going to seal, because that is not a good job by me. I really think I messed up on that hole. Okay, so supposedly, oh man, that hole's really ugly. I don't know if this is gonna seal. This will be my fault, not the product's fault. Oops. Yeah, just look at my fail there. We'll see. Maybe. Okay, so supposedly now you just you push this into the hole. And it goes. So okay, all right, that's in there. I'm liking that. Might seal because it's got a big gasket on the surface, so that's good. Now we use the little thing here. Okay, I'm not going to use that. I'm getting my. We're going to do this. Ooh, that could have cut me. All right, well, we got it on there. I mean, I will say that is a lot easier in the previous version. And with this sealed all the way around, even if you kind of screw up like I did, you're probably okay. We'll test it here in a minute. But I am realizing something that's even cooler. Check this out. So, because the whole unit is longer to begin with, when you go to screw this cap on, when you go to screw the cap on, there you go. When you go to screw the cap on, your digits are way far away from that nut. So the likelihood, even if you go like that, the likelihood of you grabbing that nut and loosening this entire unit, very, very minimal. Very, very minimal. I'm just going to make sure this is really snug. Okay. That looks like it's too snug, actually. Just a little side-by-side action. Old cap. New one. You can see when I pop this guy up, right? See, it has memory. Likes to go back over its vent hole. Also, I'm noticing that the vent on the older one is actually bigger than the vent on the new one. Not that you really need that big of a vent. I mean, a hole's a hole for the most part when it comes to venting these things. But you can see that hole is that size, and that hole is that size. So, yeah. Let's dump some fuel, see if that can is going to leak. Because to be honest, while I do keep this can for chainsaw fuel, this can is my favorite. Well, second favorite. Of this can variety, this is my favorite can. Let me put it that way. Oops. Are you noticing the level of control here that I have with the spout versus this dumb, stupid thing where you have to... I don't even know what this one's problem is. Yeah. That one's good. Let's seal this up and see if we got any leaks. Because to be honest, I mean, I don't want to get my bandage soaked in gasoline, but she real full by a lot. Let's clean that up so I can see if it actually is leaking. Scrub. Hey, on the bright side, my can's getting clean from the last trip I took it out. Look how nice and pretty it is now. Okay, let's see. Nope. Nothing yet. Do I dare? Do I dare? Oh, yeah. Now, I'm just going to say this. If it's not going to leak like this, it's probably not going to leak at all. I'm not seeing a single drip. Okay, so final thoughts on this vent cap. It's awesome. I have zero issues with them. This style here, the old style, is in almost every single one of my cans. All my plastic cans that are this style, all my metal cans, all except one, which is my Rotopax, my 4-gallon Rotopax cans. But I'll tell you something, guys. If you give me enough comments and likes, I will absolutely drill a hole into one of my expensive Rotopacks, and we will pop this guy in there, we'll fill it full of fuel, and we'll run around in the desert with it strapped to the back of my Jeep, and we will see how it does and see if this thing can hold up on a Rotopax and see what happens. And to be honest, I kind of really want to do it because that'll fix my biggest problem with the Rotopax, which is the stupid fuel spout on them and how slow it is and how awkward it is to get fuel in the tank. So I will absolutely do that. If we get enough comments and likes, I think it'd be an awesome video. But yeah, I have them in everything and they're amazing. And this new version is a huge upgrade to the old version. It really is in every way. And it's really cool in this day and age to see a company come out with not just a product that fix an issue that literally everyone has who uses fuel cans. Oops. Everyone has that uses fuel cans, but also improve upon the design as they saw people are using it and as they got feedback. It's easier to install. It's going to work better with gloved hands. This lanyard piece works better. It seals better, even though I never had a single problem with this one sealing. It's just a better design all the way around. My hat's off to you guys at Magicfour. I can't believe you created something better than the previous version. That's awesome. So guys, link in the description below if you want to check these out. They're awesome. They're not very expensive. And literally the old version works really great. Just the new version is better all the way around. So thank you guys for watching. And again, comments and likes so we can drill a huge fatty hole into one of my awesome Rotopacks to see if this thing can withstand running around on the back of a Jeep. All right, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.